Are we recording? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Come on, buddy. Hey there, everyone. It's Anthony back with another video here on Single and Placing. Hi. Hope you're having a fantastic day, weekday, weekend, week, month, evening, morning, overnight, all of that good stuff. We're here with a vlog, a take two vlog. And yeah, we'll talk about what happened, but I hope you're doing well. I hope everyone's having a great day whenever you're watching this. Today is July 2nd, and Apollo and I are on a hike here just outside of Fraser, Colorado. And we're here for the 4th of July weekend. We rented, there's I think 12 or 13 of us, rented an Airbnb, and so we rented that, and then they rented a boat, so they are out. Whoa, what the heck happened? What the heck happened? How did you get loose? Come here. Easy. What did I do? Oh, it must have hit his carabiner just the right way that he got loose. Let me fix this. Microphone. There we go. So yeah, and let me make sure we're recording. Yes, we are. Okay. So yeah, they rented a boat, so they're out boating. I wasn't super into boating, so they are doing that, and we're on a hike. And yeah, and this is actually the second time I've tried to film this hike, and we'll get to it. But yeah, I guess we'll just dive into life stuff. I'm going to kind of crank through as much topics as I can, just because in addition to everything kind of being nuts earlier today, I left my battery packs at home, and so this battery only had about 65% left, and so I'm going to try to chat quickly, because it's only going to give us about 40 minutes of talk time before the battery dies, and I don't have a backup. So yeah, it's been a week since I've filmed anything. I just went from one vlog to the next. So hi, it's been a little bit quiet on the channel this past week. I got, this is my first week back from being on my vacation. So just a lot of catching up to do. Work's been busy. We've been doing stuff during the evenings just with friends and stuff, so I haven't really been filming anything. I was lucky enough to get a few unboxings done back to back, so I was able to post a unboxing, but I think it was just an unboxing and a vlog this past week, and it's probably going to be like that again this week. Unboxing yesterday, or, I'm filming this in advance, but this will go up on a Wednesday, so Tuesday will have been an unboxing. That's already filmed and done. And then this coming Saturday is my next Summer with the Masters video, but I don't know if I'll be doing much else. It's just a busy time at work. I'm spending a lot of time outdoors with Apollo. So yeah. What else? So, it has been a week. Nothing really crazy's happened. Like I said, I got a chance to film some unboxings, I think, at the beginning of the week. And then, I forget which way we went earlier. I think we went this way, yeah. I guess we'll kind of go the same route that we did the first time. Yeah, let's go this way. So yeah, this is, it's called like Fraser Experimental Forest Loop, and it's like a 4-mile loop. So we'll try to crank through it. So yeah, this week nothing too nuts happened. On Thursday this week at work, we had our Employee Appreciation Day. So me and my supervisor and the team got to go to one of the food halls in downtown Denver, and we just had lunch together. It wasn't even work. Sometimes we'll do a team lunch, but there's topics to cover. This was just hanging out and having fun. And then right after that, we had a site visit at one of our facilities. So to drive straight there and do a tour of our new facility, which was cool. And then Friday, I had a short day, which means I got off an hour early. And as soon as that got done, or as soon as I was done with work, I immediately started cooking because I'm doing dinner tonight for everyone at the house. It's like a 3-story house. I think there's like 7 bedrooms or 8 bedrooms, and big old kitchen. So I'm going to be cooking dinner. Well, I've done most of the prep. I just have to grill the skewers. So I did chicken and steak skewers. They're marinating. And then I'm going to do a coconut rice and then a radish and carrot slaw with some little microgreens as a garnish. So hopefully that turns out well. And then, come here, let's go, baby. And then I also made a big old thing of guacamole and a big thing of elote dip and then some salsa. So I spent all of Friday night, like till early and like late at night, like midnight, just prepping. So that's what I did. Of course, did various walks around the lake and little hikes with Apollo throughout the week. And then on Saturday, which was yesterday, I finished doing some prep work, laundry, pack up the car, a little bit of diamond painting, and then came up here. And so last night we got into the Airbnb and just hung out, and now here we are. Hold on just a second.
Thank you, sorry.
No, you're fine. There is a stream right here, or a river. Hope you can see it. Hi, Apollo. So we're gonna see lots of people, like fishermen, fishing folks, hikers, bikers. It's a pretty popular spot. What the heck? That was really weird. My headphones. I had my headphones on. They disconnected. I'm just gonna put them around my head or around my neck. So yeah, hikers, cyclists. We'll get a better view of the river here in a little bit. So anyway, yeah, we got in last night. We played some board games, had some drinks, hung out, and there's like the property has a hammock and swings, and it's just a cute spot for 4th of July. So we just hung out, had a good time, and then this morning made some breakfast, hung out on the balcony, and then they went back to go boat again today. And so I was like, well, I'm going to take Apollo on a hike. I'm not really trying to get on a boat. And so Scott had asked me if I could take Bowie with us. And I was like, yeah, sure. So got Bowie, got them all situated, came out here to this exact hike, and he was struggling. And this is not that hard of a hike. There's a couple parts that have some hills, but most of it's just like flat like this. But he is, I hate to say it, but Bowie is a little out of shape. I mean, I'm out of shape, but but he has a tough time exercising. I don't think he gets walked as much as maybe he should be. I love Scott to death, but yeah, he's been having a hard time even going on like walks recently. So, and he's not old. I think he's like 2. But I just don't think he leaves the house very much. And if he does, it's for like short walks. So, yeah, we got on this hike. We made it about I'd probably say like maybe a little bit further than where we are now. We're coming up on half a mile. And it's not super hot. It's in the low 70s here today. A nice breeze, partial cloud cover. It's a pretty easy breezy day. And he was really having a tough time, like just panting really hard. I gave him a ton of water. And just walking really, really slow and just kind of struggling. And then at a certain point, he just kind of stopped. He stopped in the shade, and I tried to pull him along, and he's got a collar around his neck. He doesn't have a harness, and so the collar slipped right off. And then, hold on.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good.
So yeah, the collar slipped right off like 2 or 3 times, and he just sat down, just like plopped down on the ground and just would not move. So I tightened up his collar so I could keep essentially pulling him along, but it's almost like he wanted me to carry him. And I'm like, you weigh as much as Apollo in that small little package. He's so dense, like there's no way I could carry him. So I kept coaxing him along, and we made it to pretty much a mile, and he was like, no, like he was not moving, like no matter how hard I pulled him. So I was like, I don't want to risk giving this dog heat stroke or something like that. So I was like, well, I guess we have to turn around. So we turned around, got him back in the car, and got him back to the Airbnb, and turned around and came back. Well, I hung out back over there for a little bit, reapplied sunscreen, got a snack, let the boys drink some water and cool off, and then I put Apollo back in the car. But yeah, it was... So anyway, I was filming that entire time, but you can only imagine me not only with 2 dogs, but like fussing with Bowie. They're getting all tangled up. It was way busier on this trail. The parking lot was like twice as full. So, tons of people. Come here. Good boy. Uh-huh. Let's go. So yeah, it was rough going for all of us. So I was like, you know what? Let me charge the camera battery again, get it back up to around 60% or so, or as much as I can, and we'll just start fresh. So that's what we're doing. It's much easier just with the one boy. So let's see. I hear people. Oh, here we go. Hold on. How's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Come on, let's go.
So beautiful. They're going towards the resort. Oh man. I'm sorry.
No,
I scared
he's fine.
those eyes.
He's a little skittish, but he's all right.
Oh my gosh, look at he's beautiful.
Oh, thanks.
Look at
Yeah.
his face. Look at his eyes.
Yeah, he just turned a year, so he's still getting socialized. Yeah.
Timber for a second. I want to
Say
feel
hi.
how soft you got timber. That's
You
what I
are
feel.
so fluffy.
Oh my gosh, you could sleep on him.
He's a little pillow.
You are the sweet. What's his name?
Apollo?
Apollo.
You angel. Look how big
Look
your
at his
puppy paws
eyes.
are.
Look at his
He's
eyes,
so
Jenny.
soft. You would expect a dog like this to be like,
Did you feel him? Oh my gosh.
oh, I just love you.
Oh.
Yeah, Timber, you're old news.
Oh,
They're angels.
have a good day. I find myself like saying that a lot. Like, he's a year. I'm like, well, he's like a year and 4 months or whatever. I don't know, but it's easier just to say a year until he's 2. What do you think, buddy? I think we need to do Flume Trail from what I remember. This way. So yeah, you can only imagine how like frustrating it was trying to juggle both dogs. And one of them like was refusing to hike. And I mean, I've seen Bowie go on hikes before, but I just don't think he's getting as much exercise these days. So it really got him like quick. Like it was pretty much right around here where he was like, this is awful, you know? And we're only, 16 minutes in. So, just like, okay, but we did go to the dog park. I think that was Thursday night, Wednesday or Thursday night. We went to the dog park and it was the same thing. He ran around for maybe like 10 minutes and then he was just huffing and puffing. And even on the walk back to the car, he like stopped and plopped down and Scott was like, I'm not carrying him. So, hang tight. Say hi. Come on.
Friendly.
Yes. So is he. Say hi.
Hi, buddy.
Come on, let's go. Have a good day, you too. Thanks. All right. Good boy. Good boy. You're meeting all kinds of friends. So yeah, even at the dog park by the house, he was struggling just after like 15, 20 minutes of running around. So I'm like, boy, he needs to get out more. He needs to get off the couch. But that's okay. If he's a little potato, that's fine. I didn't want to overexert him, you know. Come on, let's go. And risk giving him heat stroke or something serious. So I was like, let's go back to the car. Because by the time we got back to the car, we had done about 2 miles. And this entire hike's 4 point something, I think. So that would have been too much for him. Look at this view up here. If you're just listening and not watching, watch this one at this one part. It's this like very picturesque Colorado scene. Oh, there's a lot of people up here.
Okay.
I don't need this. Which one's tighter?
I think it's not too.
Oh, come on, this way. Holy moly. It's like the whole family's up here. What do you think, Apollo? Is this pretty? So yes, this is very, very picturesque little scene here. With the river and the mountains. What do you think, bub? He's distracted. There's like 20 people up here. Make sure that we're still recording. I'm like fearful of that. Okay. So yeah. Let's keep rolling. Ready?
Want me to take the picture for you?
Okay. Too many humans. It was not like that earlier. I was like the only one up at the top of that. There was some people fly fishing at the bottom, but wow. Anyway, so yeah, it's just beautiful up here and relatively peaceful. Tons of wildflowers, lots of columbines and little honeysuckles. Oh, here's one of the columbines. Pretty. Okay, anyway. So yeah, I dropped Bowie off. He's in a nice air-conditioned house now with plenty of water. Gave him some food, so he's fine. I just wish that Apollo had like a dog of his like agility level and energy to hike with, because I think he'd get a lot more out if he was if he had a buddy. But I don't know. Do you want me to let you off leash, or are you okay? You seem not to be pulling. So yeah, we're just gonna try to get through as much of this as possible. And I'm sure I'll lose you at a certain point. But maybe I'll insert some photos at the end or something like that. And then today, as well as cooking, when we get back, before I start cooking, I'm most likely going to film my fourth and final video clip for Summer with the Masters, because I think I mentioned it last week that my intention was going to do that mixology video. But I was like, well, I'm gonna buy all this stuff and then make a bunch of spritzers and stuff for myself. It's like, maybe it makes more sense to wait. So I brought all the stuff with me, and I brought my tripod and all my accoutrements. So I'm going to attempt to film me making a batch of those drinks for everyone here. Let's see. Good boy. Hello.
Beautiful dog.
Oh, thanks. So, yeah, I think I'm going to try to do a little mixology class there at the Airbnb and film it. I brought all my stuff. So, we'll see. If I manage to not do it, or don't have time, or get cold feet, because this will be the first time I'm filming in front of like a big group of people, then I might bring the stuff back down with me and do it another time. I have another couple weeks before I really need to get that done, so. But yeah, I guess we can talk diamond painting stuff. What do we have on time? I'm trying to think now. Diamond painting stuff. So, as far as whips go, I got a lot of progress done on Senorita from Henry Clive and Jaded Gem Shop. I got another column and a half done, which is good progress for me, considering I've been working on that kit since like last September. So that felt pretty good. If I keep up at this pace, I should be able to finish it by the end of the month. We shall see. So I have that, and then I have Moussenet Lob Mousse, my cross-stitch conversion that I started for Summer with the Masters. That I did about another 900 drills on. So I'm right around like 8.5, 8.6% done with that. Very slow going. I'm hoping to get to 10% by the end of this week, the time you're watching it. I'd like to get to 10%, that way I can provide some kind of status update, but we shall see. It's just a slow-moving project, but it will get done in time. Oh, it's nice and cool up here. These are some big trees. Holy moly. Hi. And so I have that. I've got my cross-stitch conversion project from Heaven and Earth Designs and Francesca Studio Works. Francesca's Studio Works. No progress on that one, and I will get to it. I'm thinking that'll probably be one that I finish once I'm done with Senorita. That'll be a focus. I'm not a huge fan of the Heaven and Earth Designs canvas. I don't like it really at all, but I will push through and get that one done, because I mean it's a big panel, but it's not like ridiculously large, you know. It's big but manageable. I did order 2 other kits, or 2 other set of drills from Francesca's Studio Works, and I ordered those a few months ago, and I immediately, without even having worked on a Heaven and Earth Designs canvas, I ordered the canvases from them for those 2 projects, but I'm not going to use them. I'm not a fan of their glue. I guess I was going to wait until that finished, but I'll go ahead and talk about it. So the glue is very strange. It's a poured glue, but it acts a lot more like a double-sided adhesive, where once your drill is down, it's down. Like, you can't slide them around, you can't make adjustments, which, if it was a normal canvas with printed symbols, that wouldn't be as much of a problem. But when I'm doing cross-stitch conversions, there's so many times where I place a drill on the wrong square and need to slide it over or slide a whole bunch of them around. That happens constantly for me. I'm not a perfect cross-stitch conversion guy where every drill gets placed in exactly the right spot, you know. Sometimes when I'm counting, I get it wrong. But with that canvas, you go to slide a drill and it's nearly impossible. A lot of times it'll just rip the glue off the canvas, so then you have a bald spot. And I noticed in a couple spots, the drills kept falling off, and I was like, why is it just these 2 or these 3 drills that keep falling off? And it's because I made an adjustment, ripped the glue off, and then since there was no glue under it, when I put the correct drill, there was nothing holding it in place. So every time I would hang the project up at the end of the night, those drills without any glue behind them would fall off. So I had to take my sealant glue, which is that Tombow Mono Aqua glue, and glue a few drills down. So I'm just not a fan. So I'm probably going to either try to de-stash those Heaven and Earth Designs kits or save them for doing swatches or just throw them out. I'm not sure. But I'm going to probably just order blank canvases from Jaded Gem Shop to replace those ones. Because Jaded Gem Shop uses a more traditional, I guess, or typical poured glue where you can slide and move stuff around and it's resilient and it doesn't rip the glue or tear stuff. So yeah, I'm just not enjoying that experience from like placing a drill standpoint. The drills are great, but you can't make a mistake. So it just takes longer. Excuse me, sir, where are you going? Come on. What are you doing? What's the meaning of this? Come on. Why are you trying to go off-road? So yeah, it's just, it's gonna be fine. It'll be fine. It's not a huge canvas. It doesn't have a bajillion colors. It's just, you know, another one of those purchases that it just wasn't a slam dunk. And so now it's like, well, I'd rather work with the materials and kits that I enjoy, you know, instead of like fighting it. And I feel like I'm fighting that one too. So it's just yet another reason of why I'm really going to narrow down or kind of slow down on purchasing just kind of willy-nilly from companies that I haven't tried before, because when I think about all the kits that I've either bailed on or just have generally not been super happy with, I'm like, that amount of money could have got me a few Diamond Art Clubs or a couple Jaded Gem Shops, you know. So I'm just kind of, I just know that I'm not that content creator that's gonna that just is going to experiment for the sake of sharing, because I just don't have the money. But anyway, so there's that kit, and then I decided to take Crimson Oracle from Craftably and Wormtail into work to let my coworkers help me finish it. It's about halfway done. I went to go pull it down this week because since I finished Lady with the Fan, I don't have any round drill whips. I only have squares. So I was like, okay, let me get a round drill going here, and let's make it craftably. Do you have to poop or something? Here, let me let you off so you can do your business. Is that what's happening? Yes. Okay, I need to clean this up. Just a second. Okay. I was like, why is he acting funny? He kept wanting to go off the trail, and I'm like, oh, he probably has to poop. So that's good that he did that. Anyway, so took that in. I went to go grab it because I needed a round drill in my life, and I was like, you know what? I was just like sighed, I'm just like, I don't want it. I don't like this rendering. I don't want to do this. And why am I trying to like force myself to do it, other than the money spent? So I was like, all right, we're going to take this into work, and I'm just going to pick a new round. And then I had Sunset Crossing is another one of my quasi whips. It doesn't have any drills down, but I have kitted it up. And that's another one that I looked at and I'm like, this thing is massive and I'm not in love with the image. Like, it's just like basically the other shoe has fallen from me spending all of it last year just buying, and now I'm just like, what did I do? So, yeah, Sunset Crossing, over here, good boy, thank you. So Sunset Crossing is another one that I'm either gonna kit down into baggies, because I don't, I kitted it up, so I might kit it down into baggies and just write the DMCs on it and try to destash it, or take it into work, or just give it away, just donate it. There's a craft store donation, it's like a craft thrift store kind of thing that takes donations, and I might just take the art dot and everything and just be like, here you go, somebody might want this, because I just know I won't get to it, I just know it. So, needless to say, I needed a round drill, so I just went back to what's the oldest kit in my stash that's a round drill, and it was Transparent by Yume Art. So I kitted that up, and I'm already like a column and a half done with it, moving very quickly, and it's just like, it just goes to show, like, when I'm interested in an image, or I'm loving the quality, or loving the color palette, I can really crank through a kit. But when I'm not into it, it'll take me months and months and months to make that same amount of progress. So I just know now. And I think once I get rid of Sunset Crossing, my stash will be an accurate representation of my interests, as opposed to he just was buying to buy, So, so yeah. And I think my, the other kit that I had that's technically a quasi whip is my mystery kit from Jaded Gem Shop. I'm gonna probably start on that once Senorita is done. That'll be my next one. So, so yeah, I had a lot of plans for, like, I'm gonna do this for this event and this for this event, and I've kind of thrown that all out the window. The only kit that I have planned to do is a kit for Cross Stitch Conversion 2023, and that's really about it. I don't really have any plans on participating in any events. I'm just gonna pick kits based off of what I feel like, Ooh, I closed my calorie ring, nice. So yeah, it's just going to be based off of like what I feel like doing, and if it just so happens to align with an event, like if I can get a witch themed kit or a Halloween themed kit done in October, probably one of my Ivy Dollamores, then great. But I'm not going to hold myself to that. Just going to do what feels right, and I'm trying not to stack up so many whips. I'm down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm down to 5, not counting the ones that don't have drills on them. So I'm down to 5. And at the max, I think I was around 8 or 9. So I'd love to get that down to just the cross-stitch conversions and just, you know, slowly pick at those. And I was thinking of doing one of my unopened cross-stitch conversions for cross-stitch conversion 2023, but maybe I can just make my focus Moose and a Lob Moose or the Darth Vader one. I'm not sure. Who knows when we get there. But yeah. Other stuff going on. Oh, as far as kits that I have coming in, flower delivery came out from Yume Art, and of course I had to get that. It was gorgeous. It looks really cool. It's got a ton of colors, so I'm looking forward to that one. And then I got another Yume Art kit with it, you know, for the free shipping of it all, and I had points to use. So I got another Yume Art. I forget what it's called, but it's like one of those longer, wider portraits, kind of landscape of a woman playing the violin, I think. It's not Petals Fall, but it's like that same shape, but it's the other one. So I got that. And yeah, that was it. Didn't see anything from this most recent release that I wanted. Actually, to be honest, I didn't really even check, but I don't think I saw anything I wanted. And then I have Tropicana coming in from Jaded Gem Shop. And then a shop that I've worked with previously did another round of new releases, and they asked me to do a sneak peek, and I was like, absolutely, I'd love to. I am, I'm going to be scaling that back for new shops to me, but this is a company that I've already worked for, so a little bit of a hint. Company that I've already worked with, so I'm super excited to see what they have to offer this time around. And yeah, that's about it. I was taking another critical look at my stash, thinking about if there's any more that I'd like to put up. I don't think so. Maybe at some point, maybe by the end of the year, I'll think about it a little bit more, but I think now I'm at a point where everything I have, I would be hard pressed to let go. So we'll see. The only kit that I did destash that I might buy again is Blue Monkey from Caroline Smith and Distracted by Diamonds. I love that darn kit so much. But Crafting with Susie asked about it, or asked if I was going to destash it, and I had told myself if one person asks specifically for a kit, destash list or not, I'd let it go, and she was the one. So I begrudgingly sent her that one. It's totally fine, I'm happy, but it is still available on Distracted by Diamonds, and it's on sale. So I don't know, maybe I'll do a couple more finishes and then decide if that's something I want to do. It's beautiful, I'd love to do it, but then I'm like, well, how long would it be before I actually got to it? So I'm like, as long as Distracted by Diamonds still has the licensing rights to that kit, then I'll be okay. So, yeah. And as far as like event stuff goes, I have my video for Summer with the Masters Week 6 coming out this coming Saturday. It's going to be a shop spotlight with Rosa, from Diamond Painting Shop and Jade over at Jaded Gem Shop. So I've got that. And then, like I said, hopefully I'll be getting this mixology thing done tonight with friends. Get that up and ready to go for week 8. And then that's it. Then it's quiet time until October for Cross Stitch Conversion 23. So yeah, it'll be a nice little break, middle of summer, plenty of hiking, plenty of camping, and hopefully I'll get through maybe Darth Vader, maybe I'll get through Transparent, and then we'll see where we're at after that. And maybe just carry Moose and a Lob Moose with me into this next event that I'm co-hosting, and that'll be my pick for it. So yeah, and we need to meet. I know I've had kind of spotty service out here, but we need Sophie, Hannah, and I should probably kick that off again to generate some excitement. So yeah, I'd say probably overall, I'm definitely diamond painting a little less. I've been less motivated to like churn out, and it's mostly because I'm working on some the Summer with the Masters content. So I'm like, that fulfills that need for me to film and prep. So I've been less, I don't know, I've just been less social media-y recently. Just not really doing too much in the way of like a ton of filming. You know, there's weeks and times where like every day I'm filming, or all weekend I'm just cranking out stuff to prep, but I've been doing that less and less. Diamond painting a little less, just finding more of a balance. So, which it's good, I feel good about it, but I also am like, I don't want to disappoint people. I know that I'm not, but it just feels a little bit weird to scale it back, you know. But anyway, so the only other thing I have is I did buy, I've been doing a walking challenge through the app Conqueror with Jeffrey Morrison over at Echoes of Color. He's another diamond painter that I kind of discovered, I want to say about 8 months ago, 10 months ago. And he's in Canada. And he mentions a lot in his videos that he's doing these walking challenges, and I was like, oh, that might be a good motivator to get outside and put in more miles, especially now that I have Apollo. So I signed up for the Road to Hana, cranked that out super fast, and then I told him that I was going to do the Great Wall of China. He was planning on doing it too, so we joined a team. So we're essentially walking it together and ticking off the miles, you know, together as a team. So that was like, I want to say about 2,200 miles. I don't remember how many kilometers that is, but we cranked through it. I gave myself a year to get it done, and I think we got it done in like 4 months. Well, not done. We're at like 90-something% right now, like 96%. Oh, come here.
Dog James. Hi.
Hi. All right, let's go. It's one of the reasons I think I'm just gonna keep him on a leash, is he has no concept of like, I'm about to get run over. So he just stands there and looks at him, so then I can kind of pull him off. So this is so much nicer without Bowie. I love that boy to death, but he was struggling. We had already turned back long ago. We're at almost 2 miles now. So anyway, so I don't know how much battery I have left. Ooh, I've got 10% left. So let me get through the rest of this. But so yeah, we're 90-something% done. I may be able to get another good chunk of that done just in this weekend, because we're going to be doing this hike, and then tomorrow we're planning on doing another hike. So hopefully I'll get to put in another good chunk. Jeffrey's always beating me because he does the indoor like stationary bike as well. So that counts as like biking miles. So he's always, whoops, dropped my sunglasses. Oh God. Your dad's old. Your dad's getting old, Apollo. So he can close, he can do miles a lot faster. So I've contributed like 40 something percent to the overall goal. Yeah. And he's contributed like high 50s. So yeah. But anyway, the reason I bring that up is I wanted to send him something to celebrate us finishing the Great Wall of China. And I didn't know when we would get it done. So I was like, let me just order this now. So he's into like sci-fi stuff, outer space stuff, as am I. And then he's also into like the fantasy stuff too, which I'm not as hip to. But the kit Space Dragon, which was on my D-stash that no one bought, I was like, this is a perfect kit for him, I think. Like, it's space and dragons. So I was like, even if he's not in love with it, I thought it would just be a nice gesture. And at first I was just gonna ship him mine, since no one bought it on the D-stash. I was like, I'll just give it to him. And I was like, you know what would be cool is maybe we can, like, if he kits it up and starts on it, I'll kit it up and start it at the same time. And maybe we can do like a couple like co-whipping chats or something like that to discuss like, and I haven't run any of, well, I kind of ran some of this stuff by him previously of potentially doing a content creator spotlight, but I'll run it by him again and see if he has any time. It's like, maybe we could talk about the Expanse series, because we've both read, I don't know how many books he's read, but I think I'm on book like 4. So I don't know, I thought it might be fun to work on that kit at the same time. So I ended up ordering him one and have it shipped straight from Diamond Art Club. So he got that right before I left to come up into the mountains. So anyway, yeah, so that is something that may be kitted up sooner than later, depending on his timing. He's working on something right now that seems pretty big, so I don't know when that'll happen. And then there's a landscape in my stash that I'd really like to get kitted up and started on, because I have some ideas for content around that in the next few months. So just little things here and there that I have soft plans for, but I'm trying not to overcommit in case the amount of time I diamond paint really takes a dive. I don't want to have like all these whips staring at me, so I'm kind of like, get done what you can get done, get your whip number down to like 2, and then see how you feel. So that's kind of the goal. But anyway, I've got 5% left, so I'm gonna let you go. Hope you enjoyed this little hike and chat, and don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content with friends, family members, anyone that you think might take some value out of this content. Otherwise, happy placing, happy 4th at the time of filming this, and we'll see you next time. Bye, 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 bye. Say bye. Oh, you got a mosquito on you. Okay, bye.